looks like I'm not doing the candy jam. I just saw it right before starting stream. So I was just wondering what's going on with that. Looks fun. I don't know. If I have some like really fun idea that I can whip up in like next 3 hours, then maybe I'll do it. Let me just take a look. You get some kits, some assets as a prize. What else is there? Theme is power. Okay, I mean, maybe that's doable. Maybe I'll brainstorm and see if anything comes through. Then I'll do it. Otherwise, my... Hey, you are first. Scratch Ahead says hi. Mikori says first. Yes. Welcome everyone. I'm about to launch my Twitch integration app real quick. Denny says, "What's good?" Ezra, hello, Denny. Wait, Denny M. That sounds familiar. Do I know you? Just a second. Give me a sec. I'm gonna launch my berry folk, but I want to make sure that the configuration is correct. So we're gonna unlock 10 wise berries. No, 5. Let's do 5 wise berries today. I was thinking it would be cool if I can make it so that if you have multiple versions or multiple copies of the same berry, like the rare berries, then you can gift other people, like give your berries to other people. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. So I'm going to work on that. Snap to pixel rendering. I'll do this like that. Maybe that'll make it look a little better. I don't like the way it's... Oh, you gotta respawn. I had to reset all the records, Mikuri, so you gotta replant. I'll plant mine as well. Denny says, "No, lol, but this isn't my first stream." Oh, I see. Hi, Denny. Sekmek, hi. Hello. Unfortunately, the berry folk planting is only through Twitch Redemption. So if you want a berry folk, you will have to come to Twitch. I don't know how I'm going to do YouTube integration on top of this. Maybe that's something in the future. Hold on. Is it working? Can you guys see the overlay? Let me see. Yeah, it's there. Little fun little thing. I'm going to water my little plant. I suppose I shouldn't. Because what if I get the elderberry or wiseberry by mistake? That would be bad, right? I guess if I implement giving function, then it doesn't matter. Segmek says, yes, we can. Yeah, you have to redeem plant, and then you got to redeem watering to grow your little plants. I think I'm going to just keep it not grown for my own so people can redeem. But I want to see at least a mature plant. There you go. Okay. Mikori is like, no, yeah, you gotta reclaim. Sorry, Mikori. And last time a poll passed where let's see. Sekmek says, I'm in a game jam, but I want to talk to someone while code. Yeah, that's awesome. No, I just saw the Kenny game jam. Somebody was working on it, so I just opened it to see what's up with that and see if it's something that I want to jump onto. I might. It's just that there's only 2 days. That's doable, actually, with all the tools I have left, especially with the assets being free. I feel like I can make something, but we'll see. Tisholo Fellow says, hey Ezra, if I wanted to recreate the Dead Cells animation system, should I use the animation player or what would be best? Well, for one, the way Dead Cell did it is they have a 3D model that renders into a 2D pixel sprites, but they do output the pixel sprites. I guess technically you could use animated sprite, but I think because there's a lot of like need to make like hitbox and yeah, make the hitbox and hurtbox changes with the sound activation on a very particular frame, that you might end up wanting to just use animation player as opposed to animated sprite, right? This one, or not, animation player, because that gives you more full control. Segmax says, I just subbed. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. If you're on Twitch, please redeem your little plant berry seed and water, because so we can have some testing. And as you can see on the top left corner, only select few people will get the elderberry, or wiseberry, I guess we call them. And it's we want to make it so that you can have multiple copies of the same rare skin, and then you should be able to. I want to eventually be able to trade in the future, but I want to make it so that people can give as well. I think that's an easier one, and I think maybe I should make the berries bigger, more of the same collection you have up to a certain point, probably. Hickory's over here. Okay, we got some testing here to be done. I will coding right now. No, it's okay. Yeah, no, I'm not. Sorry if it sounded urgent. No, it's not urgent. I'm just repeating my words here. Sholofella says, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, is that the only major game jam that's going on? Which game jam are you working on, Sangmak? Let's see. Sorry, I'm a little sniffly right now this morning. I am, as you can see, I am dressed a little bit like for summer, but the weather just kind of cooled off today. And it's a bit of a problem, making me a little cold. But it's okay. I wanted to implement trading or give. Here's a gift. And then there was a request for when people redeem hydrate, have berries throw a water bottle at me. So I'll have to get that going too. Let's see. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to add someone's permission to my channel real quick. I guess I should have done this before I started the... Here you go. Confirm it's really you. Okay. I need to do some verification step. Hey, Renegade. Sorry, Renegade. You have to redo your berries. I had to get rid of all the saved berries. So if you want your berries back, you need to replant. And now, as you can see, there's a limited berries. Get the rare berry. Okay. And all right. Few things. Segmek says a game called Hitman 101. This is my third game, so it won't be good. Hey, who knows? I mean, sometimes people have lucky breaks in their first few tries. Hi, Anshi. Welcome. It's been a while. Hello, hello. Let's see. We'll update Anshi. As you can see, I don't know if you've been lurking or not. We have some berry folks in the background. You can get your own berry folks by redeeming the test redeem, channel point redeem. There's a planting the seed, and then you got to water the seed. And then you have chance of collecting normal berries or the rare or limited edition berries. We need more berries, though. I need help with drawing more berries. Anyone want to help? Skinning any new berries? Segmek says, I'll be an indie dev. Yay, yes, of course. We should all be an indie dev. I think it's a great place to be. Okay. I got to make sure that the collection, when we're counting how many berries we have, I guess we should only count for normal berries, I think. Let's see. Oh, Mikori only got the normal one. Nobody got the elderberry yet. Technically, you should be able to reclaim, but I haven't made that part yet. I should do that, actually. When you replant, it should remove your berry. Or there should be only one berry on the screen at a time. Right? Sorry, I'm just clearing. Wow, nobody's actually getting the Wiseberry. It's 14% chance. I thought that was enough. It's kicking time. Yeah. Kick people. Oh, there's a command. Exclamation kick will kick people. Or kick other berries, I guess. Segmex says, I'm a vector artist. If it's pixels, don't talk to me. Oh, you like the vector arts more than pixel art? Renegade says, hey, Mikori, come here for a sec. That's the best part of the game, I think. Okay. So let me do a few things here. I want the berry folks to have information about how many copies there are. And I was a little bit confused here because I have the user data right now. And when I grab the user data, we have the currently selected berry folk index here. Segmex says, and I play a lot of vector game. I like the aesthetic of pixel art better, but I understand why one would prefer vector art. Okay. Let me see if I did everything correctly here, though. A lot of code already on this program so far. Did you succeed? Did you kick Mikori? Oh, it's a little delayed. I mean, I got rid of delay as much as I can. I can only do so much, I think. You gotta anticipate it. Anji says, Vector art always remind me of cheap mobile game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to... Like, for me, vector art is hard to have details with. So it ends up being a lot of, like, cell shading. Or, like a simple geometry. So it ends up looking cheap to me. But, you know, if that's your preference, that's your preference. Yaya Changaroo, thanks for the follow. Hello. If you're just joining us for the first time, if you want a berry folk, you're going to have to redeem the test redeem. We're making this app right now. The little berry folk that's walking around with the little plants, that's the thing that I'm working on right now. That's the mini game. That's our current project. You can plant your plant by redeeming that plant berry seed, and then you got to water your plant to get a little berry folk on screen. Okay. And then it persists, by the way. So all the records should be persisting. Oh, yeah. Change skin. That's what I wanted to do. All right. Change berry will flip through what you have. But before I do that, I need to be able to organize user data properly here. So let's see how the user data is managed. I might have to have a user data cache. I haven't really thought about this right now. So we have a user manager here. And then we can register the plant, register the berry folk. I suppose we need functions for flipping through user ID stuff, right? So this is a user manager. So I can say func. Hold on. Let's see what's available. User data. Ah, I see. I'm creating it just in time. Thanks for the sub, Aurelio. Long name. I can't read the whole thing. It's a lot. Segmex says, when I think cheap mobile game, I think Stickman 3D. Oh, I guess that could be. I mean, also depending on what generation you're in, I think you are used to different type of cheap mobile game. I think we're used to Flash art as a cheat game, our generation. So, all right, let's see who will get the first Wiseberry. Ah, and she also got the regular berry. Maybe maybe 14% is too rare. Should I make it 30%? Maybe I should make it 30%. Wow, nobody's getting it. Hold on, let's see if I get it. It would be so sad if I get it, but if I can program a gifting feature, then it's okay that I get it, I guess. Where Mike says, "Hi, how was your day?" Or my day is doing well. We're working on our little berry folk thing. We have some new features like this rare berry, 14% chance to get it. And she says, "Yeah, Newground style flash vector art is what? Art is kind of what I was getting at. Yeah, same." Aurelia says, "My man, I really love your work. You teach me. I want to make a card game." Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you make an amazing and fun card game using the tutorial. Where I says, "What is your preferred language? Please don't say GDScript." Well, in Godot, it's GDScript, right? Because that's what I've been working with. I've been trying to make it. But whenever I do like coding interview, I prefer to do Java, just because that's what I've been working in my career for the most part. Oh, Renegade finally got to kick Mikori. Nice. Welcome. But I am using GDScript currently. Okay. Where my says, "Have you wrote any Golang? If so, what do you think?" Not really. I mean, okay, so when I was in Google, we had some choices. So we were making new applications, and then I'm mostly backend. But then, usually you have a team meeting to decide on which stack to use. And even our front end engineer ended up using just kind of plain old TypeScript, JavaScript, scaffolded by I forgot at the time what we were using, but was it Electron? I'm not sure if it was Electron, but Golang was not an option just because it depends on how long you've been using it, and it's just not industry standard for a lot of people. What do I think about it? I'm sure it's good, but I don't have enough experience to comment on it. Nick says, "As uses C++. I do? No, I don't. I should at some point, I think. C-based languages with the full memory control, I think I haven't used it since school, honestly. It's more likely to use it when you're doing hardware programming, I think. Where am I says, "What department were you assigned to?" So I was in two different teams. Initially, I was in Google Cloud's team, specifically, and I don't know if I can tell the detail, in the storage, what we call a storage, but it's not like storage like Amazon S3 storage. It's not like storage as in data storage. Storage as in disk management for cloud computing, right? The instances. I think that's what people call that. Cloud instances. So those require storage, a disk space partition from the plethora of database machines, right? In order to scaffold a virtual machine, right? So I was in that team for a while. And then I moved to a experimental team developing something from ground up. And that one is NDA, but I guess I have one more year. It doesn't matter because, so I can say this much. I was in the experimental Google team. I even forgot. Area 120 or something like that. It's been that long. I have a mug from that place. So I think it is Area 120, where a lot of small teams were coming up with experimental things. applications and stuff for like the next big thing. And then during like the big tech layoff 2 years ago, they cut down basically most of the teams. I think out of like 15, they laid off all 14 teams except one or something like that. And so that's when I got off and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do my own thing real quick. And then so I've been on YouTube since then. Nick says he will make C minus minus. Exactly. It's the connection. It's because when I launched this, there's a attempt at connecting to my account. So the handshake sometimes have an error, but then it retries it. So it's okay as long as it's not breaking. Thank you, Segmec, for letting me know. Okay. So anyways, so we're on user manager. My mistake right now is that I'm making the user data on the spot. So I can't like directly access it. That also means I have to keep track with some sort of user cache over here. So I might have to do that. So I want... probably not, though. So I need a... This is a berry folk that's being used currently. And then I need a user data cache. So I'm going to say user to user data. I might have to rechange this because ultimately I definitely want to be able to access everything through user data instead of having to create it just for saving as a data. So we'll figure this out. Hey, Chris. So I have to retroactively populate the user data so that people can have saved information. I had to reset the strawberries, Chris. So if you want your berry folk, you'll have to replant. And now there's this wiseberry that's actually rare. Nobody has gotten it so far. I'm hoping that this 14% is actually correct. And my hope is that people can multi-redeem, so they can have multiple copies of the rare berries, and then they can gift those berries to other people if they want to, or trade, So that's where we're at. Where am I says, hopefully the lagging bug doesn't come back. Yeah, I hope so. There's no reason for that to come back. I think it's been pretty good since the time we fixed it. So, okay. So we have user... I'll do ID to user data. ID to user data. And then we need to change some of these functions and how they are being used. So we'll have future updated versions of functions down here. Let's think about this. First of all, I want to be able to construct user data. So I'll have to say init user data. So it's like if the user data never had been created before, we want to create a section for it. Probably not. I mean, I could make it so that this is like a helper function, but we'll see. And then another thing that I need to do with user data is probably select berry folk. Probably. And that's going to be, I guess, select or switch. No. It needs to be on a single operation. Let's call it change user berry folk. So user ID. And I should probably comment this so I remember. Switch the specified users berry folk selection to the next one. that means I probably should be able to get it as well. Where am I says, have you used ZGC or other low latency garbage? Are you saying GC as in garbage collection in any project you worked on, personal or professional? No, I have not. Well, it's something I never had to configure myself, at least. I'm not really familiar with having to manage garbage collection myself, other than when things are like, for example, in Java, if the garbage collection is really bad, then you can, I don't know if the versions has newly released versions have better control, but at the time I rarely had to manage it, and only thing we had to do to optimize for certain sections that are time sensitive was to make sure that the garbage collections happen in a tighter interval, or specifically before a certain operation or after a certain operation. But yeah. But it's funny because a lot of the times, because you're already a publicly released product, especially like the backend stuff, services, if you get a alarm or paging saying that, hey, memory or the heap is low and things are taking high latency, the first thing you want to do is just increase the machine or add a copy. Yeah. Oh gosh, the capacity, increase the capacity, you know? So it's like, yes. So in emergency, you increase the capacity to resolve the issue. You cut a ticket to say, hey, we need to look into why this is happening. And then people respond to it being like, okay, well, is it more worth it to try and figure out the garbage collection, or just keep adding new machines? What's cheaper? And a lot of times it's just adding new machines. Because like you get more funding if you're continuously working on new feature as opposed to reducing tech debt. I don't know if that has changed in the tech industry or not, but so no, you just do it right the first time. Otherwise, you're just going to keep patching is how I feel. Okay. I guess we could say, so that will do that. I also want to be able to see how many berries, I guess, of how many berries of the specific type a user has, I guess. So I could say get berry count. And then so for a user, get a berry type. And then that's probably going to give some sort of count here. So that's that. Hopefully our berries are functioning properly. Oh, Mars. Welcome back, Mars. Try to get your Wiseberry. Hello. Where am I says, yeah, hardware is cheaper than making robo software. Yeah, exactly. It's always that. It's just like efficient coding is just not well rewarded in service-based industry. Like it's all money, and it's rarely important, I think. Get number of copies the user has of the named of the berry with the name, berry name. Cool. Mars says efficiency is not as important as speed and service based industry. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes efficiency does come into play. I can't say, like, let's see. When a system does get big and big and big and big, if you do a whole like, okay, we're going to do like tech debt redemption month, and somebody gets assigned to optimization, and you say, okay, I reduced a average latency by a 5 millisecond. That's huge. Or yeah, it is huge actually. like 5 to 10 millisecond. I mean, I've done that before, and that can still go into the doc. Then he says, where would good code be rewarded then? In a coding competition. A good efficient code will be rewarded in a coding competition. I mean, I'm not saying it's completely. Also, good code is kind of relative, right? This is a funny thing. I mean, you know the story of Quake / was it Quake or it was Quake, right? Or Unreal Tournament? Or are they the same thing? Remember that infamous function of like nobody in quote, now everybody knows. Nobody knows this like really quick way to do trick. Like I forgot what it was. Anyways, there's an infamous one where it's like nobody understands a bitwise operation. They don't know why it works. Mathematically, it doesn't make sense, but it's super quick and it does the job. Is that a good code? Because we don't know. It does what it needs to do quickly. One, great. And functionally, it's a great code and unique and creative. It's more artistic than good. But then like in terms of manageability, right? If somebody comes through and then they have to look at this code and they don't understand immediately because it's not readable, like it wouldn't be considered readable, right? Then you're like, okay, this is a bad code, but then it's a good code in some function. So it's like inverse square. Yes. Where am I says yes, inverse square. It was Quake. Okay. Inverse log square. Mar says there's a game out there that's nested group of if statement I heard. I believe what's his name? Not Undertale is like that. But it's okay. It does the work. So, you know, it's a balance between like artistry of writing a good code and that can be impressive, but then the result driven culture of like, well, at the end of the day, your product needs to do the job. So it's like, it just needs to be good enough. Like it can't be crappy, right? Because then it's like just not manageable. But depending on your goal and what you need to achieve, it just needs to be good enough. So I guess the reward is that either self-satisfaction or like satisfaction between the known people. So for example, this is true for art too, right? Music, for example. There comes a point where you go so deep into the art that you start only writing for another artist, right? So like you end up making music that other musician appreciates, but then the general public doesn't really. It's a two different thing. So there's that aspect of like, okay, well, coding elegantly, you cross a certain boundary where it's only appreciated by people who's looking at your code. The people who are using your code, not so much, you know? So I don't know. It is tricky. Mar says, that's like the old military saying, if it's stupid but works, it ain't stupid. Yeah. I mean, context is important. We can't just have a general statement, that blanket statement that covers all cases. Efficiency and elegance is fun to look at, but not necessary. Okay. So we have get berry count. What else do we need to do? We want to, I guess, give berry. Give or transfer berry. We're say from user ID to user ID, and then the berry name. Some eligibility probably should be done here. Give a berry from the param from user ID to param to user ID. I guess returns false if from user ID does not have the mentioned berry, or selected specified, I guess is better, specified berry returns true otherwise. Cool. Polymetron says just got here but agreed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, life is kind of like that in general. Where am I says it was amazing because first Quake was software rendered. At the time, there were no hardware rendered or a good graphics API. The calculation was for making shadows and lighting, and Quake killed Cyrix CPUs because they optimized for Intel. Yeah. Oh, interesting. But that is pretty cool, though, right? And that kind of stuff happens all the time. It's only appreciated academically way later. And honestly, I do feel like the game is one of the few places where those like calculation optimization really shines through because the performance actually matters. But readability, okay, readability in corporate, performance in games, cutting edge games. What else? Testability in corporate as well, I guess. I don't know. Some of these practices are really like just an enterprise focus. So I don't know what's good or bad. Mars says, maybe if you code it bad, it's harder for hackers to understand what's going on, lol. Also, that just means that there's more potential vulnerability that hackers can go through. A6 Skitty World says, yo, hey, A6, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Mars still got a little budling. Still, nobody claimed the Wiseberry. Well, hopefully we'll get some. Okay. We want the transfer berry so we can give berry to other people. We can get the berry count. We're gonna see if the user has a berry. Oh, I might have to rename these. Currently, this just means, does the user have a berry folk on berry folk in live in the game? Live is the keyword here. Doesn't mean do they have it. It means do they have it live? All right. Gets the registered live berry folk of the user. We're going to have to redo some of these terms. And registering just means register a berry folk as the live berry folk of the user. Okay. I think this is all I need to do for now. I'm going to use a restroom real quick, so I'll be back. This would be a great opportunity to turn on a berry folk minigame while I go, but I don't have that yet. So here we are. I'm back. Let's see. Renegade says it's RNG. Yeah, it is RNG. Mars says, I don't know how to claim the Wiseberry. Okay, so the way you have a chance of getting the Wiseberry. So anytime you pop your plant, meaning, yeah, anytime you get a strawberry folk from a planting, you have a chance of rolling the Wiseberry. So in order to get the rare ones, you got to redeem the plants over and over again. Basically, it's like a little pack. You're opening a little booster pack every time you're growing your plant. That's the idea, at least. So far, nobody has gotten it. Hey, wait, hold on. Something's not working. Why is your watering not working? Oh, you can only plant one at a time. That's why you're not watering. Jeez. You got to plant one, water it, and then find out if it's there. If it's not, then you got to replant. But right now, if you replant, you're gonna have like bunch of extra strawberry folk walking around. All right, Mars is watering now. A6 says, "Is it for Twitch chat?" Yes, it is. So unfortunately, I don't have a YouTube integration just yet. This is for Twitch channel point redeem. So there is a little redemption on Twitch called testing plant berry seed and then test water plant. I guess I should rename that. Wow. I hope it's not bugged. You know what? I'm going to try to get it too. 14% is pretty rare, huh? Maybe I should up it to 25%. What do you think? Should I up it to 25%? Watch me get it. It's like, it's rigged. Ah, yes, I got it. Oh, shoot. I got it. All right. Oh, no. It looks rigged now. I'm the only one with the Wiseberry. Mars. You might get it. Let's see. Oh, nope. Mars just says two regular berries. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, Mars. All right, I guess you're gonna be the tester here. Oh, you got it. At least you got one. Congrats. Hey, Terabyte. Welcome. Finally. So it is not bugged. It is just that rare. Wow. Only 2 people with Wiseberry here. Me and Mars. Look at that. Exclusive club. I might have to give it to Mikori, though. So let me implement this give function real quick. Let's see. So ideally, the gift will require a username. I wonder if I can do @ and then it just takes that as text or not. So if I do... Cybol says, hey all, hanging out with E on the lunch break. Oh, welcome. Cybol, you should get your own berry. Can you redeem points? I don't know if you were here, but right now you have a chance of getting the rare Wiseberry if you plant while it's cheap. Right now it's only 1 point per redemption, so okay, so you have plenty. So you can use redeem plant berry seed to get a little plant on the screen. And then your chat will show up. And then once that's done, you can redeem the testing one that's called test don't redeem water plant. So you got to water your plant and it'll grow. And eventually it'll become a little berry folk. And you have a chance of landing in the rare Wiseberry or get one of the normal ones. So far we only have 2. So, oh, you're right here. You're behind Renegade. You need to water a lot. So it's 3 times per stage. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times, I think. You'll see. The little marker goes up. Okay. All right. So for gifting, I'm going to make it so that it gifts... Should it be complicated? It should gift whatever you have, you open to the other person, I think. Right? Oh, Cybol just got a regular one. Test. Okay, so it's working. Nice. And then by the way, there's a kick command. So if you do exclamation kick, you can kick other berries. Here, let me try to kick one of them. Oh! There you go. I'm all the way over here, so. It was processing. Oh, what the? Oh, I misspelled it. There you go. Yeah. So we're making little games. I'm making gifting functions so people can gift whatever they have open. I should probably exclude the infinite berries and then do change skin thing. Okay, so we should also make it so that only one berry can be on the screen at a time. You can, if you plant a new one, you can try to roll for different berries. Mars did it 3 times to get the wise berry. There's only 3 available now. We want to add more berry types, so we'll see. This is like a booster pack addiction hell right here. And I have a feeling what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a either group goal or like a bit redemption where you can add a booster pack to the available berry folks. So you can pay to add to the availability, essentially. Oh my God. What just happened? Who claimed the second one? Wait, Mars, do you have 2 elderberries? Oh my gosh. You're cheating. Stop it. Hold on. I guess I can't stop you. I suppose I have to make it more expensive, huh? All right. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out all the berries that are... Okay. A few things I need to do. When the right now berry is spotting, I'm going to do cleanup here. Funk. Cleanup berries. Cleanup berries on screen. Oh, if I know how to spell that. Remove all non-registered berries from the screen. So we can have only 1 berry per person on the screen. Yeah, I already have that. It's just I forgot to add the check. So we're going to do that right now. Basically, I'm going to run this once. In the berry area, for berry in berry area, or berry area, get children. If berry is a straw or berry folk, we want to make it so that we check and user manager is berry registered and provide the berry. If it is registered, don't do anything. If it's not, we're gonna free it. Hold on. Cybo says, that's a good idea. Oh yeah, check it. Yeah, I do want to do it before the spawn, but right now I need to make sure, without stopping the game, I need to clean it up. So I'm trying to make a cleanup script, so to speak, that I'm going to run right now. Mar says, so PMPC has it so you can only redeem specific redeems once a day. That way you could only plant one time. It's part of his RPG system. I see. Well, I can't right now because I need to test it. I don't want to limit it. I guess I need to make a testing version separately. Just don't what do you call? Don't abuse it just too much. But you can try to get Wiseberry. But after getting one, try not to redeem if you can. Okay, so we're going to queue free whatever is not registered. We're going to go to user manager and add a function called isBerryRegistered. It's going to take the berry folk here. And basically, I'm not going to even worry about checking for the user. I'm just going to go through the values here. If values filter function berry folk return berry folk equals berry, instead of filter, it should be has hydrate. Thanks for the hydrate. Is berry contains maybe instead of has? No, it is has. Return is berry registered would be from the values, check if it has it. If it has it, it is registered. If not, it's not. So over here, user manager's done here. On main, checking if the berry's registered. If it's not, queue free. We're going to run this cleanup berries on screen on an input. I'm going to do func input event, input event, if event is action pressed, UI accept, print running screen cleanup, and call this real quick. All right, this could potentially crash everything. All right, ready? So over here, I'm going to go spacebar. No, enter? Is it not running? Oh. Will it not run new codes? What's the UI accept here? Input map, UI accept. Is enter key. Enter key is part of it. I thought this will run. I guess it won. I guess it's because a new script that just got run. It needs to run on a pre-existing code. All right, let's see. I don't have a process here. I might have to restart the... I might have to restart the app right now. Oh, thanks for the follow, Yemerson Dev. Cybo says, kick only works once. No, it should work multiple times, but there's a chance that it just didn't register your kick command. It's just if you're in the middle of kick command process. It's also possible that right now only one person can kick at a same time. Seems like it's working. All right. Let's see. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to do the cleanup on request once. Kick. And then remove it. Did it clean up? Oh, no. There's still multiple Mars. Arnold WW says, exclamation PC. Okay, so this app is what we're working on right now. In order to get the strawberry folk, you need to redeem the test redemption called plant seed. You get a little plant, Arnold, and then you got to water it. And if you water it, you can get the little berry. And when your plant grows, you have a chance of getting this rare berry. There's 2 left. And there's a 14% chance of getting it. All right. Okay. Hold on. I want to see if it actually runs here. Seems like this is not actually running anymore. What is this one? Oh, this is a redemption data. Hold on. I can do redemption. Okay, cool. Oh, shoot. Everything froze. Please. Did it clean up? Yes, it cleaned up. All right. I'm going to get rid of the cleanup code from the redemption now. This is a really hacky way of doing this, but, you know, it worked. All right. Okay, so only one at a time. Cybo says, I tried kicking a few times, but it didn't go through. Okay, try again right now. I want to see. Huh. Oh, you know what? Wait, why is it not coming through for you? Weird. Maybe it's not registered? Unless, I mean, I am stripping edges. It should be okay. Huh, your kick is not working. Yeah, the kick is, it can kick in the air. If you miss, you miss. Hey, Tony. Oh, by the way, sorry, your berry folk is gone. You have to redeem. We changed this, like the limited berry thing. So now you have a chance to get the wise berry. Okay, you kicked the air? Okay, as long as it worked. You were supposed to be kick the air if you don't have any target around you. Okay. On berry spawn, we want to make sure when we're registering, we're deregistering the plant. We're registering a new berry folk. If I think what I need to do is if the berry folk already exists, let's see. If you already have a berry folk that's registered, so if berry folk has user ID, then we want to make sure prev berry folk is removed. Q free, I think. SB, I guess it should be called berry folk here. Okay. If user berry folk already has a user ID, the berry that's been registered needs to be freed, and then the new one has been registered. Okay. So when you multi-redeem, let's test this out. If you multi-redeem, whenever a new berry comes live, the old one should disappear, I think. Hopefully. I don't know. Somebody who's not me, try to make a second berry and see if it works. Okay. So when it pops up, your old one should disappear. Hopefully that means there's only one copy of it. I see you right here, and then you have your plant here. Okay. By the way, can you guys hear the sound for the water and stuff? Okay, yeah, it's working. Nice. Only one berry at a time. Nice. Okay, so we got that fixed. Now... Uh-huh. Okay, we only have 2 wise berries left. Let's see who gets it. They need to have a special abilities, I think, each berry. Oh, by the way, there's another command. If you do lurk, it makes your berry sit like that. It looks kind of ugly, but... Oh, Yammer's over here on top of you. Yeah. Nice, nice. Fun. Okay. Okay, I think probably not going to do display capture anymore. I should probably do application capture. So I don't know if that's going to work well. I'll do it later, actually. Is it addicting yet? The desire to get the wiseberry? This is it. This is the one. You got it. No. I don't. It's rigged. It's rigged. 15% is pretty low though. Hey, at least it's cheap right now. It's only 1 point. I'll make it more expensive later. Okay. Change skin. I'm gonna do change skin for myself. I should probably do multiple too. I don't know how many I have. Let's see. Change skin. I guess I should be able to give. Gift. Change berry would be. We want to see user, manager, change user berry folk, which requires an ID, which will be user ID. Tony says, "Oh, I can replant it now." Yeah, you can. You can replant to have it for a chance of getting